Let's talk politics, people. What's going on out there? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is living their best life and doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I hope everybody is having a really good day out there. It's a slow day. It's been raining all day, doing all type of shit. Let's talk politics. Are you voting? Why are you voting? Do you even know? Why are you voting for the people you're voting for? I know why I'm voting. I want to be put in position to change the history and change the outcome of the storyline. I'm not only going to vote, I'm also going out here to start talking to these young folks about politics and the things that they need to know to change the narrative and the storyline. And I do know some people gonna get on here and talking about, oh, we shouldn't vote, black people shouldn't vote because in the office at right now don't nobody care about us. You're absolutely right. They don't. But you know what's so funny is that we're never going to have anybody in office that care about us if all we do is just vote. We need to get out here and talk to these young folks, the face, and even these, younger people, 20s, 30s. What are y'all doing in politics? Put somebody in office. Groom these people into being for the voice of the people. We can do that. Yep, it's going to be harder for us. We all know all the dead horses we done beat to death. Yes, we know. But just like everything else black people can do, let's put a little black magic on it and get that thing popping. We complain about police brutality all the time. But tell me when the last time you went and looked at somebody that wanted to be a sheriff? Have you looked at these young men and young women on the police force that is right, that is doing what they need to be doing? Do we back them to become sheriff, to make decisions? When is the last time you looked at your mayor? Because believe it or not, police brutality do not stop and begin with the president of the United States. It does not stop and begin with your mayor. It actually starts at the bottom. Your sheriffs. I'm sorry, it don't stop and begin with your governor. But it do with your mayor, your sheriffs, your city council, school board, all that stuff. It's more to it than just voting. We have to get out here and put a little work behind it. Yeah, we got a rough start. We really do. But it's more to it than just getting up and going to the polls and vote. You have to get out there and you have to go talk to people. You have to do the things that you need to do. Seeing where they at. Make sure that you're putting people that's in the office that's in the like mind. Do your part. It's a lot of kids out here that probably will want to be better, want to be governors, want to be mayors, want to be judges, want to be officials. Or didn't even know it was possible for them to be it. Or especially how, the black community feel about police officers these days. This is just not the career path that you want them to go in. But long as they sheriffs is still who they are, and long as the mayors is still who they are, and your city council is who they are, and long as these people are still running our communities, we're going to always have these problems. It's more to voting than voting. Our ancestors fought for the right for us to vote. But the reason you should still vote is to show the young black people or the people that you want to put in office or support that we're going to get out there and vote. So yes, it's important for me to vote right now for one of the lesser evils. But it's also important for me to go to the high schools and talk to my son friends, to talk to my daughter friends, to see where they at, to tell them about the history, to break down why are we important, why are we who we are, to let them know how the system has been made and the systems that's put in place for them to down us, for us to keep them where we at. We can keep going back and forth about the dead horse, about what we should do for our ancestors. Well, our ancestors did their job. They opened the door. If our vote was not so important, they wouldn't do so much to keep us down. You got to jump through hoops to make sure we registered. We got to do this and do that. They making sure they taking off the names and your names is spelled right. You trying to make sure you're going through so much to get the poor community and the black community vote, brown community vote to a minimum. And a lot of us, because they kick us what they heard when Obama was in office, everybody felt like that was our time to be free. Obama can't do nothing if everybody that sits in the House still thinks like they think, or the Senate of the state. Obama can't do nothing about your city being poor when you don't even know who your governor is or your mayor is. It's like you have to start at the bottom. And I'm hoping I'm getting this message across, because even if you go vote on the 6th, you still need to breed into these young kids or push a candidate that does have our best interests at heart in your city, in your community, wherever that is. It has to start somewhere. And we don't need to argue in the black community. Do we need to get together and get the black dollar? Of course we do. Do we need to start teaching our children? Of course we do. Do we need to start getting our communities back? Of course we do. But we have to play the game. And getting our communities back is the same thing that they did. They sit up, they groom their kids to think like they do. They put them in the schools to think like they do. You're right. Most of us ain't got the multi-million-dollar jobs, but some of us do. And even for those of the street hustles, the game bangers, and everything else, we can get together and have do everything we need to do and back one of these kids and put them through school so they can be in the same place that Obama was, but as a sheriff and as a judge and as a mayor and as a street council. You have to do that. And just because they black, that don't mean they're going to be in the best interest for the community. No. I'm going to make sure I say that. You have to start getting these people and teaching why it's important for you to have a voice, for things to be changed. Even for the women. It's women out there, they took a stand and they said, shit, I'm tired of this. We gonna get some women together, get them out here. We gonna back them. We gonna support them. We gonna keep showing up at the polls to let them know that our people do support you. A lot of them don't run because they know the people ain't gonna get out and vote. And you just can't jump up and vote for somebody just because they black. It don't work that way. You're gonna have to put in some work. Our ancestors showed us work changes things. It didn't change a whole lot of things because they only can go so far before you get tired. It's our responsibility to pick up the ball. And picking up the ball is doing more than voting. Voting is important, but you're going to have to do some more from this point on. You see what's in office. Look at Donald Trump. Look at this mess.